Hey, I hope everyone is doing well. It's Ace at the Spots, and it's another tight turnaround between game week 20 and 21, and I know fantasy draft managers are scouring the waiver pile trying to find out who to pick up next. I also know that people are enjoying the ad drop videos, but they're wanting more. So this time, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I will be picking 15 players, a squad of 15, and naming 11 starters, choosing only available players in my 10-team draft league. So please subscribe to the channel, ding the bell, hit the like button. This should be a really fun video. I'll be picking 15 players and naming a starting 11 based on the available players in my draft league. But I know that the available players vary from league to league, and depending on how many Leicester supporters you have in your league will probably determine whether or not Iheanacho is available to pick up. So let me know who might be available for you, who you're thinking about picking up in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter. The links are in the description. Okay, let's get to the 11 now. Starting with the keeper, there isn't a lot to choose from with 20 keepers taken in a 10-team league. So I have to pick between Aaron Ramsdale and Robert Sanchez. Ramsdale versus City or Sanchez versus Spurs. Both tough matchups, but I'm staying away from anyone playing Manchester City right now. They've scored 11 goals in their last 3 matches. Brighton versus Tottenham isn't ideal either, but I'll take Sanchez coming off back-to-back clean sheets. That's my pick. Sanchez and net for me. All right, now to the defenders. Let's begin by looking at the available Chelsea options. Why not? And there's a good chance that Antonio Rudiger and Cesar Azpilicueta are available for you in your league. I'm picking Rudiger for the matchup against Burnley, but it's hard to know how Thomas Tuchel will line up for this match, so I'm just going to go with the German, I guess. So now I'll go with a more reliable option. I like the chances of Fulham getting a clean sheet against West Brom. I'll take Kenny Tete. The fullback likes to get forward, so there's a chance for him to pick up an assist there. And then let's go with a player that may not be available in your waiver pile, but Alexander Zinchenko is available for me. The Manchester City defender has started the last 5 matches, earning a total of 28 points in that span. And it's another great matchup for City. They're taking on Sheffield United. Yes, that Sheffield United team that beat Manchester United. Can't see them winning this one, though. And I'll be starting 4 defenders on my team, leaving my last spot for Leicester's Wesley Fofana. He might be a good pickup for you as well, since he has a nice run of matches coming up over the next month. Liverpool, the only scary opponents in their next 9. Leeds, Fulham, Wolves are the next 3. Okay, I know I've mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. Some of the players that I'm talking about may not be available in your league, or maybe there's some players that are available that I'm not mentioning. So hit me up in the comments below. Tell me who you're thinking about picking up, or hit me up on Twitter at @thespot4ff, and we can continue the conversation there. Now let's look at the midfielders on the waiver wire. First selection is a player that I recently dropped, and I regret since he scored in the last game week. But that means he's available now for me to pick up for this show. Look at that. That worked out. Leeds Jack Harrison has scored 3 goals in his last 7 and has the second most fantasy points on his team with 76, only behind Patrick Bamford, of course. Next up, I like Ruben Neves of Wolves. He scored in game weeks 17 and 18. The upcoming match against Crystal Palace should present some more opportunities for him to score once again. So those are 2 pretty safe options, obviously with Jack Harrison and Ruben Neves. And since those are some safer options, I'll gamble a little bit with the next one. I could go with either Nicolas Pepe or Ayosi Perez. Now, Pepe played a full 90 for the first time this season. He did come through, though, with a goal in that one and a 6-point performance. But Arsenal have a tough opponent in Manchester United, and it's no guarantee that Pepe will start once again. As for Ayosi Perez, Leicester went with the Spaniard as a replacement for Vardy. If he gets a similar opportunity coming up, it could be huge payoff against Leeds. I like the upside, so I'm going to go with Perez. And I'll start one more midfielder, since the striker pool is extremely shallow. So I'll go with another Chelsea player against Burnley. Callum Hudson-Odoi was used as a wingback against Wolves, and he had some success in this new role. There's a risk with this, though, because we don't know how Thomas Tuchel will line up for any match going forward, but it's worth kicking the tires on any available Chelsea players in your league because, well, we don't know who Tuchel will be leaning on, and could be Hudson-Odoi moving forward. Who knows? May as well test it out. If you have a drop spot available, you're looking to pick someone up. With that said, my first striker is Olivier Giroud. There's obviously the same risk involved, but when I look at the available forwards in my league, I'd rather not go the Andy Carroll or Billy Sharp route. Giroud's just better. My second forward is new Wolves signing, Willian José. He came on for the final 20 minutes against Chelsea, and I expect him to get more minutes going forward and probably start against Crystal Palace. The team has not been the same since Raul Jimenez went down. Willian José might be the one to get them back on track. So there it is. That's my starting 11 in a 4-4-2. Some of the ones that I left out for various reasons will end up on my bench. So obviously going to have Aaron Ramsdale, forced to have Aaron Ramsdale as my backup keeper. Nicolas Pepe is the first one on my bench. Second, I'll have Nelson Semedo. Didn't mention him earlier, but Wolves defender, decent matchup going forward, and I think he's due for an assist as well. And then third on my list, Carlin Grant, just because he's the best available striker in my league, but I don't know if I'd recommend you picking him up unless he scores a hat-trick this weekend. Then obviously I recommend you picking him up. Anyway, I hope that helps you out with some of your decisions this week. So there it is. The squad is done. I'll post it on Twitter at @thespot4AFF, and you can reply with a post of your team. We'll see how they match up. Maybe we can make a contest out of this, see if you can beat my team. And I know you're probably wanting a prize. We won't do it this time. Maybe we'll do it in the future. So let's set some guidelines for this contest. We'll call it a contest, even though it isn't officially a contest. We'll use the starting 11 that you already have on your fantasy draft team. I can be on any platform for your fantasy draft team, but it has to be a drafted team. And we'll use the FPL scoring system for consistency. If you're unfamiliar with the scoring system, you can check out the video I made. Look at that. Happy coincidence. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, ding the bell. Thanks so much for hanging out at The Spot.